What's up, my gems, jewels, and crystals? So you don't know me from anywhere, but my name is Diamond Surge, and I welcome you back to Coloring Game. I forgot I have my headphones on. Man, a lot of crazy stuff has transpired. I guess just last night or in the last couple of days. Sorry to keep you waiting in the shelf. Sorry, I'm here finally. A lot of crazy things have happened. So before we get into the gameplay of the coloring and the chatting and things, I'm gonna just drop the Discord because, like I said, a lot of crazy things have been happening. And when crazy things happen that specifically affect the channel, that link should work. Specifically, the things that affect the channel, my streaming schedule, I will usually tell you guys in the Discord. Okay. I'm not gonna get into it because it doesn't really matter, but as you can see, well, if you're watching the replay, it's 7:30 a.m. right now, and I've been up for about 25 hours now, almost 26 hours straight. Okay, so I'm a little cuckoo. I feel a little cuckoo. I feel a little not a little tired. I'm very tired. Okay. But this is the best opportunity for us to do this just chatting stream. And then right after this, we're going to go right into our Poop Killer 2 stream at 10 o'clock, just like normal for our normal time. So this is just really an early start to the day. A continuation from yesterday, really. Anyway, we're just going to be chatting and coloring. We're chatting about phobias and fears today because it's the spooky month. So we'll see who shows up today. But, obviously, it's my stream. I do most of the talking anyway. So let's just see where it goes. And without further ado, let's have some fun. And remember, headphone warning. All right. Whoa. What is that? What was that? Is that my game? No, I don't need your music. I got my own music. Thank you. That scared the crap out of me. Okay. And Alien Son, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Immediately before the stream even started, I was surprised to see that. Sorry, I thought that I was gonna put the stream up to be for 7:30 because I was planning on starting at 7:30, but I accidentally set it to 7. So if you guys were waiting on that for like half an hour, I am so sorry. I did not mean to do that. I usually don't like to keep my streams up for that long anyway. But yeah, thank you, Alien Son, for the gifted membership. I really appreciate you. And congratulations to John Bannon for receiving the gifted membership. All right, you members are going to be getting a lot of new things at the top of the year, so I'm really excited. I've been trying to come up with new ideas and things for you, but I'm definitely going to be working on dropping more members exclusive or members only and members first content. For example, the shorts that I have for Halloween are already on the channel for members 3 weeks early, almost 3 weeks early. So members, everybody in here, if you're a member, you're able to chat in this stream because this is a members only chat stream. If you haven't seen those 2 shorts yet, go ahead and check out my latest shorts. They're from obviously from previous gameplay we've done before. One is from the game The Wine and the other is from the game The Beggar, which both of them I'm pretty sure we played on Halloween. Okay, and so yeah, we're gonna be talking about our phobias and stuff. And if you know me, immediately my number one phobia, I think I mentioned this in a previous stream recently, is just needles. So like vaccine needles, I cannot do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I have anxiety attacks. Like, it's so bad. I really it evolved because I didn't used to be the type of person that didn't like hospitals or didn't like just, being in a hospital, even if I'm not there for me or whatever. But over time, once I got older, just walking into a hospital one day, I felt a lot of anxiety. And I was like, wow, like it was the smell that was getting to me, like the smell of the alcohol wipes and just the sterile smell of a hospital that was really like triggering my flight or fight or whatever. Like I was not having it. I was not enjoying being there, just being there. And I never thought that I was going to be that person, but at least during that time, I was that person. Just being in the hospital gives me anxiety. But shoot, you gotta push through your anxieties and fears sometimes. So, you know, I had to be there. I had to get my vaccines and shots and stuff. As much as I freaking hate it. Terrible. How's work going for you though, Nichelle? I didn't know you work this early. You working while I'm in the bed. Dang. I did not know you work this late. Or is it this early? I hope it's going well though. I know you said you was bored, but I hope you almost done at least. I'm not afraid of needles. I don't know. That could be for some reason I won't mention, but nah, I don't know why. Never been super scared of needles. And you know what? Here's a story. I feel like I've told this story on the channel also, but this is directly related. So my dad took me to one of his friends' house for freaking Halloween. I think it was for Halloween. Was it? I think it was around Halloween time, maybe. Or maybe it was just the same people, and my other memory of these people was Halloween. Anyway, he took me to one of his friends' house. I didn't know these people. They also had young kids, I guess, near my age. And I didn't know these girls. I didn't know these kids. But they had us, like, playing in the basement or whatever. Why one of them take out a syringe? Listen, in my little baby heart, I just knew that thing was real. I knew she had a real needle and was chasing me around the basement with it. In hindsight, it might not have been a real needle, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's where my phobia stemmed from. And that's the day I found out how fast I could run, man. I was out of there, boy. I was not letting her get close to me with that needle. I feel like it was a real needle. I don't know though. I can't say for sure. I don't remember. I don't even know if I would know, but man, that was the scariest thing ever. And they thought it was funny to chase me with that thing. I was genuinely like terrified. Yeah, so that's probably where it stemmed. I had to have people hold me down to give me shots. I'm screaming bloody murder when I was a kid, like real bad. And to this day, yeah. Well, not to this day, like screaming and hollering and stuff, but just that fear and anxiety, man. I can feel it. It's like when I was growing up, you know, my mom still made my appointments and stuff for me. She would tell me, okay, you got to get a shot this weekend. It would be like Wednesday. Now I'm anxious and scared and just uncomfortable for the entire rest of the week. And it only gets worse and 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 worse until the day comes, until the hour comes, until I'm in the office. And then I hate when they rub your skin with the little alcohol pad. Just me doing that right now. I hate that. They rub it and then you know, oh God, it's coming. Oh God, I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate it so bad. It's not drug related for me. Well, but that's another thing. I don't know if it was drug related. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't know in my mind, in my kid mind. I don't know if it was a real needle. And if it was, I don't know if it was drug related. I mean, that would make sense, but I just don't know. So I don't even want to put that on them because I don't know. I just don't know. I just know they chased me with a needle, real or fake, or a syringe, real or fake. And I was terrified. That's all I freaking know. It could have been. It could have been. I wouldn't be too surprised, to be honest. I'll just say that. Because I don't think my dad was hanging out with the right people. Like, I shouldn't have been in that house anyway. But yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, valid reason. Work is poop, and part of the reason, as soon as I was about to be consistent, stuff starts happening. Oh, BS starts happening? It happens every time I'm trying to be consistent. A bunch of personal life stuff starts happening. Yeah. Dang, Nichelle, I'm sorry. That sucks. Same thing happened with Poppy. We had just started streaming consistently Don't Starve Together, which we just had our next part after months tonight. Or last night with the 6-pack. But anyway, we were doing that, and then we were getting into it, having fun and stuff. He excited about making his content, and then his whole PC just clocked out on him. He said, peace out, I'm out of here. So today, or like, I guess like within the last week or two, he finally got a new PC, and this was his first, you know, debut back after a long hiatus. But I feel that in the show, like, it's always something. Mine has not been that drastic, or at least I've just been like really trying not to let my real life stuff get in the way of my streaming stuff, like sacrificing sleep, for example. Sacrificing time and all that kind of stuff. You know, not to say that anybody, you guys weren't or anything like that, you know, I'm not trying to sneak this or nothing, but yeah, I feel that though. It's always freaking something. So annoying. You just think, man, if I could just do this, things would get easier. If I could just do this, if this happens, things would get easier, blah, 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 blah. And nothing ever goes according to plan. So, annoying. Yes, BS, okay. I caught the end of that shit. I was getting ready for it. I feel it. Damn, you gotta get up that early for work? That's crazy. So you got a little while? Okay, let's see. Let me think. Do I have any other like phobias? I'm gonna look up a list of the most common phobias and just speak on them. Just talk about them. Do you know anybody with these phobias? Do you have these phobias? Do you think it's a strange phobia? Some phobias are kind of weird to me. Like, what? I know some people think that being afraid of needles might be weird. Like, it's just a pinch. That's what everybody always says. And I hate this too about it. Like, I hate everything about needles. My mom and Poppy, they'll like try to poke me and be like, it's just a poke. Like, don't do that. I don't like that. Don't even simulate it on me. I don't like it. I do not like it. I hate it. Can't do it. Cannot do it. 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Oh, lordy. I'm trying to think of some phobias I have. I'm not fearless, but I can't think of any. Let's go through the most common ones and tell me if they make you feel anything. We have social phobias. This is from verywellmind.com. Don't know how legit this site is. This is the first one that popped up. So, first of all, hold on. Cause you got me using fucking Bing. Where's Google? Y'all know Bing is not my default browser. What the hell? No, sorry Bing. I don't care. Let's try that again. List of, it might be the same site, but list of most common phobias, please. From Google, thank you. And it's the same freaking one. Okay, just have to make sure, just have to check Very Well Mind, because Bing be on some other stuff. Okay, all right, Very Well Mind, what you got? They say number 1 is social phobias, now known as social anxiety disorder. This phobia is marked by a fear of social situations in which a person might be judged or embarrassed. What even is a Bing, right? Like, what? Why are you pulling this up? I have never, ever, ever searched for Bing in my life. So why are you pulling this up? As much as I search for Google, like these smartphones and these high-tech PCs and stuff, like, why aren't you smart enough to just give me the browser that you know that I use consistently on a daily basis? Make it make sense. Okay, anyway, so social phobias. So immediately my mind goes to like public speaking, for example. I feel like I kind of did have just a little anxiety about public speaking, but not to the point where like I would freeze up and I just can't do it. I would feel a little nervous, but I was always able to just push through that and just do my presentation. Like everybody has to do their presentation. I always had the mindset of like, as embarrassing as this might be, or as, nerve-wracking as this might make me feel, like the whole class got to give their presentation. So I'm no different than these other kids that also might feel the exact same way as me. So like, why should I feel so nervous about it? Like, I don't really care what these kids think anyway. And I've always been a good student, always did very well in class. So I'm like, I'm going to do a good job anyway. Like, I just had that confidence in myself, especially with my academic abilities. So I felt like I had no reason to be nervous, even though I felt nervous. So I just forced myself to not be nervous, or just to get up and do it without coming off as nervous. I hope I wasn't coming off as nervous. I feel like did my best to come off as, you know, confident, like unbothered, even though I was bothered by it. Just had to force myself to push past that. I had to take a public speaking class for like a college credit one summer or something, I think. And yeah, that was a little irritating because I didn't even know why I had to take that class. Like, it just felt so pointless to me because my study was biology. So I don't know, whatever. I don't even know why we had to take that class. And then like phone anxiety. I don't really think I don't really have phone anxiety. It's just that I prefer to just text, I guess. In most cases. I'll take a phone call. I'll call the pizza place. I'll talk on the phone, blah, 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 and, you know, not feel nervous. I feel like that's a little strange to me. Like, you're just talking to another person and people feel super, super riled up by that. But people are shy. I get that. It's a lot of people at my job that struggle to, like, speak up when they're, like, giving their morning announcements and stuff like that. And, like literally speaking at a whisper. When there's a literal, like, big ass open room with lots of fucking people, like 50 people or 40 people surrounding them. And they just talk like this while they're trying to, like, you know, give an announcement, and they try to sound all nice and they're just really nervous. And I'm like, I can't hear you. Can you speak up? Like, you're a manager. I feel like you should be able to, like, give an announcement and have people hear you. I'm just a little bit too critical and judgmental, I guess, but that's just me. I don't know. What's going on, Marissa? I see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hi. How you doing, Marissa? What's going on? I guess public speaking can give me anxiety, but I feel like usually once you start, it gets a bit easier. I feel like that's kind of strange because I feel like it would be the opposite for me. Like, I know I was saying, you know, like, I wouldn't be nervous. I wouldn't let myself be nervous. But then once I actually get up there and start, I feel like my nerves would get worse while I'm up there. But I'm still able to, like, subdue it and not, like, let it show. I feel like, you know, my heart races faster once I'm actually up there. Maybe that's normal. That's probably normal, but I feel like it goes the opposite way for me. Until I'm finally done, and then I just crash back with like a breath of relief. It's over, you know. I'm sorry, Marissa. Like, I'm sorry. I have to. You're giving important information. You ought to be heard. We have to know this information. Like, just say it right the first time, and then no one would have to say anything. Just speak up the first time. Get your little speech out, and then you're done. Like, you're prolonging it by speaking at a whisper, and then having everybody confused because they don't know what you said. And then they say, hey, did everybody get that? Everybody hear that? And you hear, no. And now you got to repeat yourself. Just speak up the first time, and it won't be so awkward. Yeah, I know, Marissa. I mean, like, see, that's the thing. Like, I was just in True Smash's birthday stream the other day, and he was talking about Sagittarius and saying how Sagittarius are apparently, like, violent. And I was like, violent? What? I am not violent. And he was like, no, not like physically violent, but like, I guess like the energy, or like, I guess verbally. I don't even remember exactly what he said, but then I was like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense, because Poppy has told me that I can come off as abrasive, and I guess just blunt. And I don't try to be like rude. I don't try to be rude if I come off as blunt and abrasive. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I guess that's just the way that I talk. I'm just very to the point, blunt. I don't be trying to offend people. But I could see that, like, I am not, when I'm asking somebody to speak up at work, like, I'm not trying to call them out it's just the simple fact that you're giving an announcement that we need to know right now. Like I said, you ought to be heard. It's just as simple as that. I'm so sorry to the introverts. I don't be trying, but I gotta hear you, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. You gotta speak up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I guess, not to like sound insensitive, but like just like with my personal like experience with it, like if I were speaking low and somebody couldn't hear me, they said, I can't hear you, can you speak up? And I was trying to like speak to a room of people, like I feel like that wouldn't make me feel like, oh, like introvert into myself, or like not introvert into myself, but like what am I trying to say, like I guess feel some type of way. I'll just say in general, I feel like that wouldn't make me feel some type of way. I'd just be like, oh, sorry, and speak up. But everybody's different. I get that. I definitely get the social anxiety aspect and people being shy and people being worried about how they're being perceived and stuff like that. Like, I get it. It's just like, if you're gonna be in a leadership position, I feel like that's a prerequisite to being in a leadership position, being able to be heard if you're going to be given important information, just in general. But okay, enough about that. Whatever. As a certified yapper, I like talking on the phone. Really? I feel that. Yeah. It gotta be the right person. It gotta be the right person for me. I guess just my closest people. A lot of people like talking on the phone with anybody, everybody. I just got my close people that I'll talk on the phone with. As a barista, people come up whispering they drink orders all the time. It's so annoying. I feel that too. Yeah, I used to be a waitress, not a waitress, a cashier at Chick-fil-A. And yeah, people would speak very low and then get mad when you keep asking them to either speak up or, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. Or you try to repeat an item that they said. They're like, no, this. Like, I can't hear you. Do you not hear the volume at what that you're speaking to me to? Or at? There was this one time I was at, where was I? What restaurant is that? Raising Cane's, maybe? Some chicken spot. And I don't think we frequent that place, so we weren't really familiar with the way it works there and the menu and all that kind of stuff. And we were in there, and you just had this young girl too, just like whispering and stuff. And you know, we trying to ask questions about the menu and stuff. And then this girl, like after the third or fourth time of keeping the same fucking volume, hello, like it's common sense at this point. If I'm asking you to repeat yourself 4 times, maybe try to speak up literally just a little bit. At least try. This girl did not try literally at all to increase her volume or say what she was saying in a different way. She just kept saying the same exact thing, the exact same way, and neither one, me or my mom, could not understand what this girl was saying. And then had the gall to roll her eyes at us because she's getting annoyed that we can't hear her. What the fuck? Like, I wanted to walk out. Is she lucky she young? Because I would call her out her name. I would. I think she might have been a minor. She might have been like 16, 17. But that shit was fucking annoying. Man, I don't even care. That was annoying. How you gonna roll your eyes at the customer because you're a fucking cashier and I'm asking you a question about your establishment and you're not fucking speaking? Hello? What? I feel like we did this one already. Did we do this one already? Why do I feel like we did this one already? This drawing. Anyway, whatever. It's constructive criticism, to be honest, but my God, I'd be like, bad. There's always like 2 to 4 variations of one sign depending on like moon rising or whatever. So people always assume Leos are like extrovert and outgoing, and I'm like, go away and leave me with my book. Old enough. Yep. Man, I still been reading. We so off topic. It's so funny. This is what Just Chatting does. I'm still reading Children of Blood and Bone. The first book, I enjoyed a lot more than what I'm reading right now with the second book, but they're making that. I've said this before on stream too. They're making it into a movie, I think next year. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They making the Hunger Games, the new book that just came out into a movie next year too, I think, or maybe the year after the next. But yeah, I definitely want to read more. I need to read more. I just feel like I never have time to do anything. I never have time for anything. Oh, it's so annoying. All right, we talked about social phobias. The next one is agoraphobia. This phobia involves an irrational and extreme fear of being in places where escape is difficult. It may involve a fear of crowded places or even of leaving one's home. I feel like it would be easy to escape if you're literally outside. So I'm not quite understanding that one. Fear of crowded places. So like you literally feel like afraid. Just I guess the prospect of, like they said, like not being able to escape. So if something pop off, like being stuck in traffic for sure might give somebody anxiety, because it's like, damn, what if something happened right now? I wouldn't be able to get out of here, I guess. That is kind of scary when you think about it. Okay, I ain't coloring nothing. Where are all these numbers at? I need to read that series too. Nomad said the books were really good. I have more a fear of going somewhere where I don't know anyone or only one person. That's why I don't be going nowhere. I'm too busy for friends, unfortunately. Like outside of like what I'm already doing. That's why like I don't really like chat in the Discord much. Like I just be too busy. And then when I'm not busy, I'm trying to rest. So like but that's kind of like exposure therapy for me, like doing collabs and stuff with people, starting a YouTube channel, like putting myself out there because this is, meeting new people. I've met so many new people on YouTube, and I was a little anxious about it. Like I always feel like the first time jitters when I'm about to stream with somebody for the first time. Like, how's it gonna be? How's the dynamic gonna be? Because we don't really know each other for real, So I feel like that's kind of the same for me. I was scared as fuck driving to Austin to DreamCon until I got there and met everyone. Then I was fine. But getting there, I needed a travel buddy. Oh, I wish we would have went, but we were broke. We couldn't make it. That would have been so fun. Things might have even been different right now if we had, just with the way the community like went their own ways. Would have been a good bonding moment. Would have had something to talk about and reminisce on. And yeah, I wish we would have went. That would have been so fun. Man, I wish I would have went when Corey was there too. Was Corey there that time? That would have been so cool, man. And we still haven't been to a con. I don't even know when we're gonna be able to make it to one. But we have big plans for our first convention. We gonna live it up. We gonna have a great time. I can't wait. I don't know if I want to go to Comic-Con or DreamCon first, or maybe like Anime Expo. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I'm so upset that we missed out on that. What can you do? Can't change the past. Ho hum. Okay, let's see. Huh? Oh, those are 3 different categories of phobias. Reading is fundamental. So the first one, the social phobias. Okay, social interactions and stuff. Agoraphobia. Wait, what? That sounds kind of specific. And then they have number 3, specific phobias. When people talk about having a phobia of a specific object, such as snakes, spiders, or needles, me, they were referring to a specific phobia. Okay. The other one sounded kind of specific too. An irrational fear of being in places where escape is difficult. Is that not very specific? Like, how many subcategories can you get from that? All right. And then they just got them phobias A through Z. And they got a shit ton. They got a lot. We can go through them. We can rapid fire some of them. The first one. Blutophobia. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. The fear of bathing. That's very unfortunate. That's unfortunate that you have a fear of bathing. Not that you just don't like it, you know. But you are actually afraid to bathe. Like, what do they do? What do people with this phobia do to get around that? Curious. Can they do anything? Maybe they just use like wet wipes. I feel like if I had a fear of bathing, maybe I would just use like wet wipes to clean my whole body all the time. Curious. I've never heard of that. Cleithrophobia and claustrophobia. I know claustrophobia. I don't know cleithrophobia. Both about being basically being trapped, but the first is being trapped in a place, and the second is about being enclosed. So it's just like the area that you're trapped in, really. Like claustrophobia would be a coffin or like an elevator or something like that. But the first one is like being trapped in a Walmart after hours or something. I don't know. Just can't get out at your own free will. I think he was slotted to be there when we went, but he pulled out. A lot of RDCs and some bros meetups were canceled that year anyway. Oh, really? Damn, that sucked. Maybe it was the next year that I saw that he actually went. Or was that this year? I don't even know. Okay, the next one is oculophobia. I don't know how to say this. Fear of darkness. I think I'm afraid of the dark a decent amount. I've been trying to kind of like get I had to like train to get myself less afraid of the dark. So you gotta just start sleeping in a dark room, looking out into the darkness, facing it head on is what I did to get over my fear, or lessen it, I guess. Like if I see a strange shape in the darkness, I just look at it. Maybe not for too long. Maybe I'll try to figure out what it is, but if I really can't figure it out and I'm starting to feel that anxiousness, I'll look away, but like I don't immediately like try to ignore it. So I can have some kind of peace of mind. Know what I'm saying? That's very common though. A lot of people are afraid of the dark. This is a playground. I have a healthy fear of the dark because things hide there. Exactly. Specifically, I'd be afraid of like burglars or just people breaking in my house and stuff. Like some people are, or maybe, it's either that or ghosts. And that's my video game phobia. Like I don't like playing video games and I gotta deal with ghosts and stuff. Like that is the worst. I hate that so bad. Visage, that was so bad. I have a great short that I never released that I need to get to eventually, of me getting jump scared by a ghost in that game. Oh, it was so bad. Yeah, fear of the dark, that's valid. I get that. Fear of heights. Now this one, I never say I have a fear of heights. I always say I have a fear of falling. Like if I could fly and I can control it like very perfectly and not feel my stomach drop, because I don't like the feeling of my stomach dropping. I don't like the feeling of falling, but I can be up high and look down and everything. I went to the top of the Cirrus Tower in Chicago, one of our most beloved buildings, and they had like, you could like go out into the skywalk, whatever, and like, you know, look down at a high floor, just look down to the bottom. A lot of people couldn't do that. My sister couldn't do that. She got a fear of heights. Oh, what is that called? Oh no, acrophobia. My sister got a fear of heights, so she don't even like looking over a banister from the second floor to the first floor, like at all. No. I just have a fear of falling. No problem, Michelle. No problem. No problem. Halloween release. I feel like it's that way for everyone until they bungee jump, then they decide whether it's the heights or falling. Yes. So you know what? I think mine was when I went rock climbing, like at an indoor rock climbing place just randomly one day. It was probably for somebody's birthday. My mom took us, but I specifically asked this man to not drop me fast, and he dropped me fast. Little dick, you little asshole. I still remember that, man. I asked you specifically to not drop me fast, and he did that shit anyway. That was bogus. That shit ain't funny. That is not funny. That is not funny. He did anyway, so that's how I knew it was the fear of falling. Because I got up there. I climbed my butt up there, no problem. But then when it was time to get down, I was like, oh shit. I never used to be one to, like, as a kid, to climb things. But yeah, I just don't like the feeling of my stomach dropping. I love roller coasters, and the dip is the worst part. I wish I could enjoy the dip, but I hate the dip so bad. But it's part of the rest of the roller coaster experience, so I literally have to do it. I hate it so much. I be feeling sick. Going up the thing. I be so sick. Oh, I feel so dead inside until it's over. You're afraid of roller coasters. I love roller coasters. I just don't like the dip. That's the only part I don't like. I like the loop-de-loops and all that kind of stuff. That shit is fun. It's just them dips. Like, I can't even be on the carnival baby rides. The ones that like you sit down and you're just going up and around like this, and it's just like you're just sitting there. You're not moving forward. You're just moving side to side, and it just like drops you and stuff. Or the one that just goes up and drops you, the tower. Can't do that shit. Like, the ride is the drop. Why would I do that? People always be trying to convince me to get on those kind of rides. Why would I? I'm literally not going to enjoy it at all. You enjoy it. I'm not going to enjoy this. I don't like the drop. So why would I do a ride that's literally only the drop? I don't even get a benefit. I don't even get a reward for getting through the drop. It's just multiple drops back to back. That shit don't sound fun to me. Halloween really, oh, I could, but I can't, because I'm too busy. I'm trying to, so look, the 6-pack is about to bring you guys a very special stream soon. That's all I'll say about that, because I don't know if anybody has actually told anybody what we're actually doing, but we're going to be bringing you guys a special live stream, the 6-pack, okay? And I'm trying to finish a video before that happens, and I'm trying to like find time to make my Halloween costume. So I literally don't ever have time for anything, man. I wish there was more time. I'm always busy with fucking something. Oh my god. So I wish I could, but I literally don't have time. I need to get this video done and my costume done, and I've had my costume here and ready to like assemble for I guess like maybe a week now, and I have not even been able to touch it at all. Oh my god, I wish there was more time in the day. I just don't have time. But also, I would want to get the whole batch of the Visage clips and stuff, and just release all of those like together, like I'm doing with these freaking content warning shorts. The only reason I'm just putting those out is because I had them in my on my computer and I needed more space on my computer, so I was like, might as well just mass drop all this stuff every other day. So that's just been going automatically. I haven't even been checking the analytics or nothing on those. I know they flopping, but it's very low effort. I didn't even try to put no, and it's low quality anyway. I was kind of mad about that, but whatever. I just let it release, let it go to get that I guess like that passive content, because it was pretty easy to just download all that stuff, make a little stupid title for it, because I didn't do no subtitle work or anything on it, no memes, nothing. I just uploaded it exactly how it came out, low quality, not my best work. But like how I'm doing that, just bringing out all the shorts that's related, and then I'm gonna do that for the other games and stuff. Try to do things in sets to make it easier for myself to get through it. Okay, I'm not finding any more 13s. Where are the 15s? Who got the 15s? Over here? Okay, it's on the swing. But I went on one ride at the rodeo with my friend that the seats spun independently of the actual ride, and I held on for dear life with my eyes closed, but I like the death drop. The death drop and the Flying Dutchman were my favorites. Oh my gosh, it tickles your stomach. Oh hell no, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. I literally can't breathe on a drop. Like, I hold my breath and like involuntarily. It's so bad. I can't believe people enjoy that. That's crazy. Liking the tickle, I wish I could, because then, man, I would be a roller coaster fanatic. I definitely would. But in my mind, I see the seatbelt malfunctioning and breaking, then I fly off to oblivion, die. So that's on me. That's me, because I'm super skinny. Like, let me tell you, at oh my god, at where were we? Six Flags Great America. That's the one we have here for Chicago. Great America. They released this new ride. It's not new anymore, but back then they released this new ride called the Goliath, and I think it might have been a record breaking. I think it said like a let's see, almost a 200-foot drop. It says a 165-foot lift hill. It's a wooden, it's like half metal, half wooden, but like the support beams are like wooden, but the actual roller coaster is metal. Okay, it's a wooden roller coaster. It has loop-de-loops, and it's a freaking lap bar. It don't go over your shoulders. It's a freaking lap bar. And I think that's about it. Like maybe a little seat buckle and then a lap bar, but a lap bar. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, buddy? Like, I was already like losing my mind in the long ass line to get on this ride. We sit down. What the hell? I'm gonna slip out of this thing. It's a loop-de-loop. Like, where's the support? Where's the support? I'm always afraid I'm gonna slide out. I'm like, I need more meat on my bones. I need more cushion. I need more support, man. It's not enough. I'm always afraid I'm gonna slip out. Especially on a lap bar that does a loop-de-loop. Are we serious? Thank God I didn't, though. I was okay. I sure ain't feel like it though. Goodness. What is this music? It's just getting the traction of consistency that will start pushing them out on its own. Yeah, I hate that they only have the metal seat holder and not both that and a vest out seat belt. Yep. And they're like, that'll hold them. Nah, give me a straight. Exactly. There's this ride, another ride that I really like at Six Flags called the V2, the vertical velocity. I'm sure they have a lot of these rides at different places. Maybe they just go by a different name, but it's called the V2 here. And it's basically like one side, so it's like imagine a big U. You get on in the middle and it's a big U. On the facing end, the way you're facing, on the way you're facing, it twists up. It'll twist up. So you're going like this into a slight spiral, and you're literally looking vertically, looking up like this. Once you go forward and you go up, you're literally twisting up, and then, you know, the momentum, like, and like the kickoff is crazy. It's like it feels like 0 to 60 in a second. Like it takes your breath away. It's crazy. So you're going up and you're twisting, and then it's that moment of like, what is it called? Like, damn, what's the science of it called? I can't even think right now. I keep wanting to say physics, but you know, like you get up, you reach your point, your stopping point, and then you have that second of just holding still, waiting to drop again, and then you drop, and then you're going backwards now, and then once you go backwards and go up, now you're looking straight down, and it's not a curve, it's literally just straight down. So if you're in the back, you're all the way up here. If you're in the front, you still got a decent drop, but it's less of a drop until you go back around to the loop-de-loop one, and then you go back up to the face down one. It's crazy. That one is so crazy, but I love it. That's the only drop roller coaster that I really like, because it's not just the drop. It's a little bit more to the drop. I like the speed up and everything too. That's definitely a fun one. Oh, that's not what I was thinking at all. No. It's not a spinny one. But there was another new one that they released called the Joker. And that one, the seats were kind of moving independently from the ride. Maybe you can Google it. Six Flags Great America, the Joker. I've been on that once, I think. I feel like it's always a long line for that one. And we always do other rides before we get to that one, before the park closes, because we don't be doing the fast pass. And it's kind of worth it, because if you're going to be standing in line literally for 45 minutes for a barely 30-second ride, like, you're wasting all of your freaking time. So we usually like get there at opening. Who has brown? Nobody has brown? Are we serious? Oh my god, y'all are so annoying. Who has number 13? Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious? Okay, 15. This gotta be on a... Wait, didn't we already do 15? Oh my gosh. Okay, 16. 16 gonna be down here. We got neon green. Oh, maybe over here. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be right here. I'm getting queasy just listening to this. I'm sorry. Okay, I can move on. I'm sorry. I thought you meant that huge ring where you only have a rope that's so loose, but the momentum of the spin pushes you back into the right anyway, so you can't move at all. Oh, you mean the spinny thing where you can like do funny poses on the wall and stuff because it's spinning so fast? You talking about that? I've been on that too. That is super fun. Was it that, or was it something similar to it? I think it was that. At least I know they look super fun if I haven't actually been on it. Yeah, okay, I get you. All right, we can move on. Don't get queasy at work. Fear of flying. Well, I was gonna say, do they mean like flying, like superpower flying? I don't know how you could be afraid of guess you could be afraid of something that doesn't exist technically, right? But fear of like airplanes, flying in an airplane or helicopter or whatever. I feel that people don't trust giant metal things in the air. I don't have a fear of flying though. My first time flying, I went to St. Louis with my grandma. And let me see. Let me look it up. How long is a flight? The flight was like 20 minutes. It's a flight from Chicago to St. Louis. How long was this flight? It was barely anything. An hour and 20 minutes. It was barely anything. So my granny had us fly out to St. Louis for my first time, get on the plane. We hung out. I don't think we got on the Ark, but as soon as we left, I think or maybe while we were still there, I don't know, but like around that time when we went to St. Louis and went to see the Ark, we found out that it malfunctioned and people got stuck in it. We were like, ooh, we're glad we did not go on that. Which would be one of these phobias. Which one was it? A fear of... Oh, wait. Marissa said it. It was a C one. A C word. I don't even remember. Oh. Cleithrophobia? That one? No, claustrophobia? No. It might be claustrophobia because you're enclosed. Yeah. But yeah, so then my granny was like, okay, this was her first time. I don't know if, I guess she was thinking if she doesn't like it, flying, then it would be better if, we don't risk it. You want to get your return ticket too. So instead of getting a return ticket with an airplane, she just got a return ticket where we just got on like an Amtrak or something, a train. But then when we got on that train, it took hours. It took so like, obviously it's going to take a little bit longer because you're on a train, but it like they were having malfunctions on the train. And my granny tell the story better than I can because she remember it better than me. I was really little. But yeah, like the train not shut down, but like was having troubles and was not running. Like we were at a standstill or something. It just couldn't move for whatever reason. We were like, damn, we should have just got back on the plane. Because I wasn't afraid. We should have just got back on that plane. Spent all that time on that train trying to get back home, bruh. That's my story. I think it's always airplane flying. You talking about the fear of flying? Yeah. Most of the time. Fear of pain. Algophobia. Fear of pain. Maybe that plays a part into my fear with the needles. Because everybody always says, it's just a pinch. Don't pinches hurt though? I don't want to be hurt. It still hurt even if it is a little pinch. That shit still hurt. And then it hurt because I think I be tensing up my arm indirectly or involuntarily, just subconsciously, I guess. I tense up my arm, so then when they give me the injection or whatever, like my arm be so sore. The whole ordeal of getting vaccinated sucks, man. It's the worst. So I told Poppy, when we have kids, bro, you're gonna have to be the one to take the kids to get their vaccines. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to encourage them and be like, it's okay, don't be afraid, because I'm fucking afraid. I'm afraid for them. I don't even want to be in the room with them when they're getting their shots. And I know that might sound bad, but like, it's that bad for me. Like, I could probably like sit there if I had to. I could. But I definitely wouldn't look at it going in. I do not. See, when people get injections in TV shows, movies, that shit is definitely fake. I cringe and I jump every time like it's a jump scare. Like, I hate when they flash to the next scene of somebody just pushing the injection in. That shit gets me every time. I hate it. And I'm like, tell me when it's over. I hate it. I hate when they're gearing up for it. I hate when they do it with the drugs too. When I see somebody pull out that cloth and they wrap it around their arm and they start tapping, oh my God, I'm like, ah! That's how you can know I could never be like that hardcore, but, or at least those kind of drugs. I would never, ever, ever inject myself with nothing. Like, the fear is just way too great. So y'all don't ever, ever, ever gotta worry about me getting on no hard drugs like that. But buddy, I'm telling you, couldn't be me. Just for the fear of the needle itself, man. The high could be the best thing I've ever felt in my gosh darn life. Nah, can't do it, buddy. It gets me every time. Like a jump scare. It's such a visceral reaction. Ugh, gosh. Bro, I got a blood draw a month or so ago and this guy hit a nerve. Ah! And it was feeling like the needle in my elbow. And it was in my wrist. What? That's... Ah! My wrist. No. See? No. Them doing something wrong, and this is the irrational part of my fear. If just the fear of the needle isn't irrational enough, the real irrational part is like I feel like I'm afraid that the needle is gonna bend or snap while it's in my arm or something. Like just the doctor might make a sudden move, or I might jerk, or just something stupid like that. So that's why I think I tense up because I'm trying to be as still as possible, and I'm not consciously thinking about this. I'm just only like my anxiety is the only thing that's taking over. So I literally cannot think. I can't think. And this is how they try to get you. They try to, especially when you're young, they be like, oh, you know, what school you going to? And as you're answering, they try to give you the shot. That shit don't work on me. It might have worked on me the first few times because I didn't know they was going to do it and they tricked me. But I know y'all tricks, so you can't trick me no more. They be like, where do you work? What do you do for it? Any questions? I'm just like, just do it. I know you're ready to do it. You already wiped my arm with the fucking alcohol wipe. Just do it. Stop asking me fucking questions you don't care about, bro. I don't care to tell you. You don't care to know the answer. Just do it, man. Trying to trick me into talking. It don't work. It don't work. I wish they had like some numbing spray. I don't want to feel that shit at all. And then I could probably... no, I can't do it. I feel like even if they numbed me, I still couldn't do it. My stuff, exactly, Marissa. When they do the alcohol wipes, that's when my anxiety hits its high. I've had times where I literally freaked out in the doctor's office. Literally, it's so bad. That alcohol wipe, hate it. Whew. Then they had the nerve to say it was because I was tensed up. Bro, you just don't know what the hell you doing. Do better. Go back to school. I'm afraid we're breaking off. It's terrible. It's terrible. Because I know it's not. At least I hope it wouldn't. I don't know if that's ever happened. I've never seen that happen in TV or nothing. So it's not like, you know, it's in my mind because I saw it somewhere. That's just that irrational fear. I'm always half joking, like, can we do a butterfly needle, please? Give me a baby needle, whatever you use for the little babies, or the tiny vein, people with tiny veins, please. Anything to help, literally anything. Please help me. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right. Next fear we got on the list: fear of open spaces or crowds. Yeah, we talked about that one a little bit, so unless you guys have some more to say, I'm gonna skip that one because I think I already kind of touched on it. I don't have anything more to say about that. Here we go. Fear of needles or pointed objects. It's called acmophobia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the one I got. Okay. Fear of riding in a car. But then again, I do have to remember that these phobias can stem from trauma, like how mine probably did. So, like, you know, you could easily have gotten into an accident or something, or just seen somebody get into an accident and just have that fear, like, oh no, I don't want that to happen to me, you know, or happen again or anything like that. I wouldn't say I don't have a fear of getting in cars, but I do have anxiety about driving again because ever since I got into my accident, and the thing is, like, most of those accidents, I'm not gonna say all of them, a couple, maybe, I think one of them was my fault for sure. But most of those accidents were not even my fault. And now I have anxiety about driving again because it's been so long. The last accident that I was involved in, I guess it totaled my car. So I haven't driven in years. So once I get, I save up and I get a new car where I fix my old one, I'm gonna be so nervous getting behind the wheel. Like, I'm out of practice for real. But a dummy freaking messed up my car, man. Oh, I was so pissed off. And I ended up losing my job because of that, because I couldn't drive to work anymore, so I had to get a whole new job. Like, fucked up, man. That man fucked me up. I'm still mad about it to this day. Not you playing GTA on the road, bro. Listen. And I'm gonna tell you how which one was my fault too. I'm gonna describe it to you. So look. Imagine in your mind, okay, you driving. It's a two lanes in your direction, 2 lanes coming towards you to your right. I mean to your left. I'm on my right, left. To your left, two lanes. And you're trying to turn left into like a plaza or something. You're trying to turn left. And the lane that's closest to you, a car stops so you can turn in front of them. You wave your hand, you say thank you, you start driving, boom. The front of your car gets hit by the next lane. Cause I guess, I don't know, I don't know, that was my fault. I should have looked before I continued on into the next lane, but for some reason I was just like, or maybe I didn't know that it was 2 lanes. Now I know it was 2 lanes because I'm in the accident, but I don't think I knew it was 2 lanes when I did that, because I'm not like ditzy and stuff like that when I'm driving and stuff. Like, I very much practice safe driving, so I feel like if I knew it was 2 lanes I would have looked, but long story short, I didn't. And so yeah, I got hit in the front, and then like my car did a whole turn in the middle of the street, and I had to like maneuver to like, it did like a whole almost 360. Just from the momentum of being hit, not like a fast, like I'm spinning out, but just like I got hit and it just turned me away, whatever. Got hit, so that one was my fault. But I thought the car that stopped was letting me stop, and I don't think I knew it was another lane. I'm so mad. Like, instead of being mad at myself, I was mad at that car. I was like, why would you stop for me if it's other cars coming? If it's other cars on your side. I was kind of mad at that car, but I should have just been mad at myself for not looking, or for not just driving slower. That one was my fault though. I can't even say nothing. That's not the one that totaled my car though. I just had a little like light damage. The front, it wasn't even that bad of an accident. It was just more annoying than anything. You know, had to exchange insurance and all that stuff. Nobody got hurt. It wasn't bad or nothing. Just annoying. Annoying. Usually when one... Exactly, Marissa. Exactly. And... Exactly. Exactly. But I guess they didn't know that somebody was trying to turn, so all they see is clear lane in front of them, and was just driving on like normal. Yeah. All right, next one. Androphobia, fear of men. Anybody afraid of men? That can definitely be a trauma response. I watch a lot of true crime, and so like I can see this one or recognize this one in somebody often. There's this YouTuber I watch. Her name is Bose versus the World. You guys might know her. She streams on Twitch, but she does this series called Sinister, and I think she used to have like new episodes every Monday or something. And the series is called Sinister, and she focuses on female killers. And unfortunately, with these female killers, a lot of them might have been like SA'd or something, you know, in their lifetime or something. And then they develop a fear of men. And it's just so sad to hear about. And they go on to like kill somebody. And most times, it's often the man. Sometimes not. Sometimes they just crazy in love and kill their partner or whatever. But there have been a lot of times like that. You know what? I'm sorry. I should have put a trigger warning. I'm being a little bit too candid. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. I need to be more careful about what I'm saying. I don't want to trigger anybody. I'm sorry. Let me just do a trigger warning in the title and in the chat. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to speak on that anymore. Yes, cautious around something. You gotta be. As a female, as a girl, yeah, you gotta be. I'm gonna move past that. Can I do... You can feel when some people carry a more dangerous energy. You know what? Did you guys see that video? Well, not like the full video, but did you guys see that news report of the girl that got on the bus and sat in front of this man, and he just up and stabbed her like out of nowhere for no reason? That's what will develop a fear of men for some people. Like, just that, like, just for no reason. You sit down in front of somebody on the bus and they up and stab you and kill you for literally no reason. I feel like we never hear that many stories about women just being insane like that. Like, crazy, just crazy and violent. Like, women also have their own, you know, mental health struggles and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like you always hear more about the men. I don't know if that's just the media or something or what, but I don't hear too many stories about women being crazy. And that's why there's a fear of men. I wonder if there's a fear of women too. I wonder what the justification would be for that though. Like, what could trigger that in somebody? A fear of women. Especially as a man. Because it's easy for a woman to be afraid of a man because she could easily be overpowered. Even like the skinniest guy is a lot stronger than, like, I'll just say like the average woman. Like, so much stronger. It starts back in high school. Like, boys get strong very early on. It's insane. I remember being in high school and like going to the beach with my friends and stuff, and like getting ready, or not getting ready, but like going to the beach and stuff, and like wrestling and having, you know, just having fun. And yeah, I was with my friends. We were trying to wrestle, and one of my guy friends was like so freaking strong. I'm like, how are you this strong? Like, dang, like I literally can't do nothing. And we're like in high school. It's crazy. I remember hearing about a lady being actively essayed on a subway train and nobody stopped them. I think I heard about that too, but I don't know if I'm thinking about the specific case you're thinking of. Man, I hope it wouldn't happen that often where we're thinking about two different things, but I think I did hear that. That's so sad. How could nobody say anything? How could nobody say anything? And they're getting okay, yeah. Let's move on. Yeah, the bystander effect. They always think somebody else gonna say something about it. It's somebody else's problem. During COVID, I don't know how far away it was. Anemophobia, fear of air. What? Fear of air? That's strange. We breathe air. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. What's what, like a blast of air or just air in general? I don't get that one. I can understand fear of living, but air? Living? How does that relate to air? You lost me. You lost me, Marissa. Living versus air, but yeah, air. That's a little strange. I can't even think of a rational mindset that you could be in, I guess, that could make you afraid of air. We breathe air. Like, are you afraid to breathe? Like, you take shallow breaths so you don't take in that much air, or maybe they just don't like the air like being on their face, like in the car, like out the window or something. Yeah, like living in general has a lot of dangers that come with it just by stepping out your door. But air, okay, I get you. Okay, I get you. Yeah. Like literally the air? What? Maybe that ties into like open air, like being on an airplane or something, you know? I don't know. I don't get that one. Agenophobia, fear of angina. Am I saying that right? Or choking? Fear of choking, basically. I have that a little bit. I've choked on a celery fiber. I've choked on a steak fry, I think. I've choked on an orange. So I wouldn't eat oranges or celery. And that's probably why I don't really like thick fries anymore. But yeah, I'm always afraid of choking, man. I always have anxiety about eating those particular foods. Yeah. Oh, a false heart attack? That air phobia is cracking me up. I'm so sorry. It is kind of funny. I just don't get it. Where are these colors? Fear of a heart attack? Huh. Yeah. That's scary. That is scary. I choked on how do you say this word? Edamame. My best guess. Been low-key scared to eat that shit again. It was in an egg roll too, so it was so unsuspecting. Let me look up this word. Edamame. Edamame. Mame. 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 Edamame. Edamame. I don't even know what that is. Let me look it up. Oh, it's a bean. It's a bean. It's like a lima bean. Oh, true. It's a bean. That look good. That look good. I snack on that. I like eating snap peas with hummus, so that look good. Ooh, I eat that with some hummus. And it was in an egg roll. Yeah, that's. What the hell? And y'all was choked on that. Damn. Glad you're okay. Choking is very scary. If you've actually ever actually choked. I have a fear of choking alone. For sure. I just don't want to be by myself. Like, I think about that when I'm alone and eating sometimes. What the fuck would I do? Text somebody, help, I'm choking? Run to the neighbors who I literally have never really spoken to. Like, maybe a friend, kind of friend, maybe a hi. Barely ever has spoken to these people more than 5 sentences, and I've been here for years and years and years and years. I guess I'm just not neighborly like that. I mind my freaking business. They mind their business. When I'm screaming bloody murder, they don't call the police. They just say, that's just a crazy neighbor screaming. What would I do? What would I do? What would I do? What would be the best thing to do? Not call the police. They gonna say hello? Hello? Do you have an emergency? Hello? Click. Like, what would I do? Learn the self-Heimlich maneuver. You know, I know that. Do I have something that I could effectively do it on, though? I feel like this is kind of too tall. Imagine I'm downstairs and I gotta run all the way upstairs to get to a chair that is like the right length to like push into my stomach. I guess I could do it anywhere. I would just have to, shit, if it's life or death, I could do it anywhere. But I feel like the ideal way would be with a chair that's the ideal height. But you don't got time to play. You gotta get that shit out your throat. So, but the fact that that wasn't my immediate thought and I'm not choking, God forbid, like, I probably wouldn't think, I would probably forget that that's a thing. Would I? I would be like, oh shit, I'm choking. What do I do? And would not try to save myself. That's fucked up. I gotta remember that. Guys, learn the self-Heimlich maneuver for your self-preservation, guys, okay? Keep that shit in your mind so you can save yourself if you ever, God forbid, if you ever would need to, okay? Also, learn the regular Heimlich so you can save somebody else's life if you might need to. Do I know the Heimlich? I know it enough. Am I strong enough? I don't know. I'll try, though. I'll try if nobody else does. I try to direct somebody, do it like this. You know, I ain't never done it before. I've seen people do it, though. I could give you a few tips. Save it in your mind, I'm telling you. Just the bean. Apparently, I was turning purple. And I'm like, you said, oh. Oh shit, it's a bean. What the fuck is that? You probably was like, what the fuck is that? And then coughed it out like, what the fuck is that? A fucking bean in my egg roll? What the hell? Imagine. Bro, that's funny. You can try to use a counter to push some air through. Yeah. I was on my way out of there. No. Slam your fist into the hollow of your ribs. Oh God, that sounds so violent. Like beating your stomach up. Oh my God. Would I be able to do it? I wouldn't be able to do it. Would I? I don't know. Oh no, if I was desperate, I might actually die. Listen, we can laugh now because you here, right? You here? You good? You good? It's okay. It's okay. I'm laughing with you. See you laughing? I'm laughing with you. That's funny. Yeah. Fear of choking. That's a real one for sure. Damn, this some vibey ass music. Okay, I hear you. Hey, this is called Sunrise Drive. It's the sunrise, baby. Hey. Okay. Ooh, let me favorite this. I like this. This funky. It's bright, funky, chill, and hip hop. All right, next, fear. Fear of anger. I guess that could make sense. You grow up in a household where anger is used against you. You could grow up being afraid of people being angry. People get violent when they're angry. That is very real. It's very real. Yeah, 100% a trauma response. Yep, that's what I'm feeling. You know, like, this is making me think again. I wouldn't say too recently, but I was kind of having thoughts like, I wonder, you know, trying to find what kind of new career path I could try. I'm kind of thinking about data analytics right now. I'm not quite sure, but then I was also thinking about getting into psychology and becoming a therapist. I think the human mind is very interesting. And, you know, like thinking about you know, the trauma and stuff that people have that shapes them to be who they are. Could be interesting. I might just want to take classes on it though. I don't know if I can do that for a living, because you gotta kind of you don't gotta hold all that stuff, but you gotta, like, you know, like take some of that load, some of that weight off of people, you know, as they're not to sound insensitive, but trauma dumping, you know, like they're telling you all their traumas and stuff, and you gotta like be able to hold on to all of that. And you know, it's everybody go through their own trauma and stuff. It's different for everybody, but that's a lot to handle. So I don't know if I will be able to do it for a living, as interesting as it is. That's heavy. Maybe if I could get through my own trauma. I don't know. We'll have to see. They said doing CPR and the Heimlich correctly can actually crack. Yep. Yeah, especially CPR. You pushing on their chest and shit. I've heard some people say if you not cracking ribs, you ain't doing it right. You're not doing it hard enough, or you, I don't know, like it's very normal to crack ribs trying to save somebody's life with CPR. Like, you shouldn't be surprised if that happens at all. And that's crazy. That's crazy, because in this economy, America, don't call that ambulance. Not, please. Call an Uber. Don't call that am. Call the Uber. Take me to the hospital. I don't know, shock me a few times. I don't need this and broken ribs on top of it, like debt forever. What's going on, Warriors? I see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the party. Welcome in. Come out to play. How you doing, Warriors? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Y'all, I've been working on this same freaking picture like the whole time. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's taking so long. But how you doing, Warriors? We're just in here talking about our fears and, you know, getting sidetracked, talking about other stuff. We talking, we're just chatting, but the main topic that we are focusing on is fears and phobias and anything. So if you're comfortable, feel free to share your phobia. We're just chopping it up, just talking, you know. I have a list of the most common phobias open right now, so we're just going down the list and just talking about them, and you know, just talking. We're just chatting, that's all. And I'm doing a little coloring for y'all. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to be doing the puzzles and stuff. Do you guys want? Not a fan of heights and rats. Yeah, we talked about the heights. I wonder if rats might come in into play here, because we have a list of phobias from A to Z, and we're still in A right now. But rats, yeah. Oh shit, it's a rat. Let me see. Do I have that that soundbite? Let me see if I can put that soundbite in real quick. That is so funny. Oh shit, a rat. The way he says it. Oh shit, a rat. Let me see. Put it in. I want to hear it. Oh shit. What? He doesn't say the rat part. Anyway, he's supposed to say a rat. He doesn't say in that soundbite. Oh well. That's a funny one though. And get ready for church. Yes, good morning, Warriors. Have a great service. Have a great time at church. And that's another thing that's been new for me, y'all. Every Wednesday I've been going to Bible study. So I think I've been going for 3 weeks in a row now. Like very, very new to this stuff. So I've been going to Bible study every Wednesday night. I'm not going to be able to go this weekend or this Wednesday, because Poppy and I are going to Puppet Combo's new movie. So you know Puppet Combo, the developer that does those PS1 games that we've been playing every Sunday, he has a movie coming out, y'all, in theaters. A movie called Night Shift. You should see if you guys showings near you. But we got tickets. We're gonna be going this Wednesday night. So I'm really excited for that. But after that, I'm gonna be going to church every Wednesday night. So that's one thing that's been different for me. So A Plague's Tale was hard to play. Oh, ew, yeah. I know that game. I haven't played that, but yeah, there were lots of rats in that. Oh, Warriors, I think I did kind of see you play a little of that. I feel like I remember you having like visceral reactions to seeing the rats jumping out and just being freaking weird. Yeah, gross. Dun, 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 dun. Where's the rest of the pink? Where's the rest of the pink? Okay, I'm not getting any. No clue. No clue. All right, let's move on to 23. Who got 23? All right, it's down here. This is the sand or whatever. All right. Yeah, I hope you have a good time in church today. You can write books with that background, but also you can be a remote therapist. True. Yep. Imagine being the person being saved, waking up being pissed about cracked ribs. Exactly. I'd be super pissed. Beyond. Ew. You know what's crazy about heights? I can deal with roller coasters with no problem, but as soon as I'm in a tall building or plane, I'm like, hell no. Really? That's interesting. So you can do roller coasters, but not just like but not planes and tall buildings. That's funny. I was just telling chat about when I went to the Sears Tower here downtown Chicago. They have like the sky box where you can like step out into nothing and just like look down and just see the street below. And you know, being able to do that was fun. Jumping around and stuff. People doing flips and stuff. I wouldn't do all that, but my little sister afraid of heights real bad. She can't even look over a banister from the second floor to the first floor. It's funny. But I feel that. I was saying, I don't have a fear of heights. I have a fear of falling. I can be up high. I just don't want to fall. Which is why I don't like the dips on roller coasters. That's the only part of a roller coaster I don't like. But other than that, I love roller coasters. I want to get a Bible study Bible where I can make notes and stuff to figure out the actual meanings of the terminology. Yes, man. And like keep tracks of the stories and stuff and how it relates and stuff. Like, I don't want to talk too much right now about religion and stuff, but I've spoken on it before a little bit, but it's definitely a hard thing for me. So, you know, I'm kind of glad I'm pushing my boundaries for myself. I don't want to say like boundaries, but you know, like forcing myself to be consistent with something that I guess makes me uncomfortable. The church setting kind of makes me uncomfortable because I'm not really a physical person, like a hugger, I guess. I'm not really a natural hugger. And church folk definitely are. Like my first time going to this church a couple of weeks ago, immediately they coming in for a hug, and you know, me being polite, I'll hug you back. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Boundaries. But you know, I understand they not doing out of malice or nothing. You know, I can let stuff slide, but it just kind of makes me uncomfortable because it kind of feels like people at church expect you to know and believe already, you know, and agree. And I don't know, like it's a difficult subject for me, but I'm making myself go, and I'm, you know, trying to learn, trying to make it make sense in my mind, because I don't know, it just don't make sense to me. Trying to get rid of that doubt, but that's another fear I have, a fear of death. I have a fear of death. Yes. And so by extension, the afterlife. And you know, people that practice religion, I feel like they would have a lesser fear of death if, you know, they really believe what they believe in, because they would feel like, you know, like I know where I'm going after this, like it ain't no question, why should I be afraid then? But the fear of the unknown, the fear of death, not even my own mortality, like just anybody, I'm not good with that kind of thing. Like I don't know how to help people through their grief and stuff like that. Like it kind of makes me uncomfortable. I'm just like, I don't know what to do to help you. I'm sorry. I've had like small deaths that I had to like kind of deal with, like old hamsters when I was a kid, family members I wasn't that close with, you know, like close enough to where I would attend the funeral, but not close enough where like it really like hurt my heart, you know what I mean? And I've been grateful that I haven't had to up until now, you know, to really like feel the full weight of a very personal grief. But that is that first time that I'm really scared about when it happens, because eventually it's gonna happen, and it's that unknown of who's gonna be the first person that's close to me that I gotta, you know, grieve. And that fear of death, man, I do not want to like put this, I don't really want to put this out there, but Daisy's old, y'all, okay? Daisy's pretty old. Dogs don't live forever. They certainly don't live as long as humans do. And Daisy's pretty old. I think she's like 14, 15 now. I think she got a lot of life in her left, but I'm just so scared to come home one day and she has passed on. Like, that is a terrifying thought to me. I'm afraid of getting that call, you know, like that terrible call. I'm terrified, and man, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think about it sometimes, like, you know, I'm in therapy also. That's another thing that's new for me lately. Not only am I going to church every Wednesday, but I'm having therapy every Monday. And, you know, I'm very, very, like, this is my first time having therapy, but I'm very open and, like, very candid. Like, I'm an open book. You ask me anything, I'm just direct and honest with you. And so, like, you know, I'm mentioning all this stuff with my therapist and stuff, and how I'm afraid of that kind of stuff happening. You know, like, we haven't really tackled the anxiety part. Like, these first few sessions I'm having with her, I'm giving her like basically my life story and just trying to, like, you know, get her to know about me, to teach her about me, I guess, learn who I am just in general before we can really, like, you know, deep dive into stuff. But, you know, I mentioned a lot of stuff in these few sessions we've had, so we got a lot of material to work with. But yeah, my therapist knows about it now, so I'm hoping that I can alleviate some of that anxiety around that. I'm so scared. Oh, I'm so scared that it's gonna happen soon, specifically. Good game, but those rats gotta go. I want to get a Bible, so I read that. Maybe it's because I'm standing still, that's why it's freaking me out. That makes sense. My sister has a fear of escalators. She does not, and sometimes elevators, but definitely escalators. Ever since she was a kid, she did not like getting on escalator. It was always a struggle. But there was a short about the mustard seed, where a lot of churches got the meaning wrong. I sent it to Gigs because I was floored about the lady who researched it, because she was reading the Bible. I don't really have oh, can you send that to me, Marissa, if you still have that? I'd be interested in reading about that, because that was my question in church one day. I raised my hand, I spoke out in church, but so the lesson, I think the lesson was basically about, okay, I'm not trying to preach to y'all. I promise y'all I'm not trying to preach to y'all, but this is just what, you know, the Bible study was about. So he was basically saying how, like, God gives you, gave you a gift, I guess, of faith, and it's up to you to do what you will with that faith, whether you're gonna nurture it or ignore it, right? Basically, he was saying, you know, God wants a return on his investment of giving you this faith and giving you gifts and stuff like that. He wants you to do something with your faith and the talents and everything that God gave you, so that he can get a return on that stuff that he gave you. So you using your faith and your talents that he gave you and giving the glory back to God, you know, he wants a return on his investments is what the whole thing was about. And so I was like, you know, me being agnostic, not really believing in none of this, you know, I'm listening, I'm nodding, you know, I'm really trying to take it in. And I raised my hand because it got me thinking about the mustard seed, because I heard that before, because my cousin is a Christian. You know, she be talking to me about it. My mom is too. So they be talking to me about it, trying to make it make sense to me. I'll be asking questions and stuff. And so I was like, so you say that, you know, I don't forget exactly what my question was, but basically, if we all have faith, then we can just then everybody just starts off with the faith of a mustard seed, because that's a quote from the Bible or something, right? Like that's like a reference from the Bible, faith of a mustard seed. And it's so powerful because a mustard seed is so tiny, but that tiny little seed grows into a great big tree, right? A tree, right? Is it a tree? It grows into a big plant, but the point is, the actual mustard seed is a very tiny thing, and that's all you need to start that's all you need to have faith and grow it, basically. So I was like, you know, so you can have this mustard seed and do all these things, because in the Bible also he was saying how like it was basically like listing out all this stuff that you had to do to like grow your faith or whatever. It's like literally like written out, listed out or whatever. So I was like, okay, so you can have a mustard seed of faith, but as long as you're doing these things like reading your Bible and having brotherhood and charity and being a good person, you know, all the things they were listening to, whatever, your faith should grow. And he was like, yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, so I don't even know. I just went off in a freaking tangent. I don't even remember what my point was. We were talking about mustard seeds. I don't freaking know. But church, yeah, I'm going to church, all that stuff. Trying to figure it out. I don't really have a fear of death, just what truly comes after. Yeah. And that's what I don't understand. Like, how anybody, not just Christians, but anybody in their religion, how can you be so certain that you know what's after death? Like, the faith and the conviction that people have, man, is amazing. It's amazing, yeah. I'm just like, how do you know? How do you know for sure? Like, for real? Like, you have no doubts at all that there's a heaven and a hell? I personally think it's nothing. But that's just the agnostic in me, I guess. I don't think there's anything after death. You know, some people think it's heaven and hell. Some people think it's reincarnation. Shit, I wouldn't want to be reincarnated. I don't think I would. A lot of people say they would like to live forever. Not freaking me, buddy. I would not want to live forever. And this is the nihilist in me, the depression in me. I just feel like life be life, and I wouldn't want to do this forever, man. Honestly, I don't think I would want to do this shit forever. As dark as that might sound, I'm sorry. I wouldn't want to live forever. Some people say if you're baptized, you're automatically going to heaven, but others say accepting Jesus into your heart, and others say being as close to perfect as possible. So none of those are the same. Exactly. Yeah. What I know is, what I've been taught is accepting Jesus in your heart is the only way to get to heaven. Not being a good person. If you don't, you could be a good person, but if you don't accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, you ain't getting to heaven, point blank, period. That's what I'm being taught to believe. I just hope when I get to heaven, there's going to be a big arcade for me. Hell yeah, Warriors. That would be awesome. That would be great. I hope so too. I don't cry at funerals or heaven yet, but I've lost pets in a whale the day we had to put them down, and it was only for a day. Yeah. I'm glad it didn't affect you too bad, you know, like you just so distraught over it for so long and maybe even made you depressed and stuff. I'm glad you were able to work through your feelings and stuff and move on for your own mental health, you know, but yeah, that's tough. I've had hamsters that's passed. Here's another little quick story. My very first dog was a Bichon, but how do you say it? Bichon Frise, them little white dogs. That was my very first dog that my granny got for me. But my granny loved it. Her name was Chanel. Ah, Miss Chanel, my baby. I miss you so much, Chanel. Chanel, my baby. And my granny loved that dog so much that she ended up keeping that dog. So it was technically my dog, but my granny kept her, so it was my granny's dog. So when, you know, when the family would come over to the house, I just had to let everybody know, this is my dog, y'all, okay? This is my dog. I know she's here, but this is my dog, y'all. That was my baby, though. I miss Chanel. Yeah, it would have definitely been a harder loss if, you know, I was able to keep her. But it was real sad when she passed. She was real old. Well, I guess she wasn't too old. She wasn't too old, but she was having health complications. So, yeah, she passed. It was sad. And then my granny gave her stuff to Daisy. The dog stuff that she had to Daisy. And her and Daisy got along. They were friends. We used to bring Daisy over sometimes and they would play in the basement. Aw, my baby girl. And she was so cute. She was the cutest little dog, man. When you would come and like you know, go to pet her, put your hand down to pet her, she'd just fall out and just roll over so you could just pet her side and pet her belly and stuff every single time. She was so sweet. She was such a little sweetheart. Yeah, my dog and my mom, I'm so scared of dying. Yes, yes. And then on top of that, it's the freak accidents. Like, you know, you can kind of prepare yourself for the old age type stuff, or, you know, you see somebody like drinking themselves to death or something like that, or just having bad habits and you just know it's coming. But those freak accidents are the ones that I try not to think about too much. I try to keep out of my mind. I don't want to freak myself out. I don't want to, like, you know, I just don't need that energy. But sometimes those random thoughts, intrusive thoughts will just pop up sometimes, and I'm just like, oh God, like, oh Lord. It freaks me out sometimes. And like I said, like, I watch a lot of true crime, and I don't know, it's just they be showing not like actual people dying on video, but like, you know, news stories and stuff like that just freak me out. Like, it could happen to anybody. It could happen to anybody. And it just freaks me out. Try not to think about it, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. You sent it, thank you. I'm gonna watch that later. I don't think he meant a return on his investments, but more everyone is interlocked. Someone, even just a small kindness, makes a big impact. Someone, if someone fully embraces, or sometimes if someone fully embraces their religion, then whomever they help, it'll just keep expanding and growing and interlocking, and can come back to that single interaction. No, not necessarily wanting a give back. That does make sense, Marissa, but no, literally that's what the pastor was trying to say. He literally named it a return on investments. That was the name of his lesson, and he was literally saying, like, God gave you this, and he wants you to use this gift of faith and and talent to bring glory to his name. Like, literally a return. He was literally saying it like that, but that also makes sense. And yeah, random acts of kindness go a long way. Pay it forward. I believe in that. Tapping somebody onto the bus can make a big difference for somebody. You never know what anybody's going through. Just being kind to people. Let me tell you, kindness is dead. Kindness is dead in the world today, y'all. Listen. This is why I love the Just Chatting streams and stuff. I'm not one to like brag on doing a good deed. You know, like, oh, guess what, guys? Like, I bought a homeless man a meal today. Like, I'm not one to do it and tell people so that people can give me a pat on the back and stuff like that. You know, like, I'm just a generous person. I like to help people out if I'm able to. I just like gifting people things and helping out and just being kind. So let me tell you this story that happened like a month ago. So I'm at the McDonald's by my job, and there's always a lot of hungry and homeless people that's around there that's, you know, always asking for help and food and money and stuff like that. And so this particular day I'm in the McDonald's, and I wasn't even supposed to be there. I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story too, because it was just crazy the way it happened. Like, I feel like this had, like, if I'm gonna say anything had to be God, I feel like that would have to be a moment. And I'm gonna tell you why. So look, I'm on the train and I have the McDonald's app on my phone so I can get those points, baby. So I can get those points and get those free meals, baby. Also, speaking of, side note, they're doing the McDonald's, the Monopoly thing at McDonald's right now. So if you go to McDonald's and you select the Monopoly specific items, you have a chance to win big, like vacations, cars, cash moolah, okay? A lot of stuff like a turntable, a TV. You have a chance to win a lot of stuff. So go to your McDonald's. I'm not telling you. If you eat McDonald's, go to your McDonald's, order that stuff. You have a chance to win some cool prizes and stuff right now. Okay, anyway, so look, I have the app, and usually I would order my breakfast food on the train, like a few stops away from the train, so that it'll be ready for me to pick up as soon as I get there, and I can just get on the bus and eat at work. And so for some reason, this particular morning, the app was not working. I could not get the app to work. I could not order my food. So I'm like, oh great, now I gotta like go up there and waste all this time and probably be late to work, which I was because of this whole interaction that I had. But I was late because I had to go in and get my food. So finally I get to the McDonald's. I'm ordering my food on the kiosk or whatever, and I'm trying to get these points and stuff. And then the kiosk wouldn't take my number so I could get my points. That's a whole side thing. Anyway, homeless man, he comes up, or I don't think he was home. I don't know. Hungry man, I'll say. This hungry man was coming up to me and asking me if I could buy him a meal. So I'm like, sure, I can afford to, you know, buy this guy a meal. And, you know, I told him to get whatever he wanted. And this lady, like, kind of, so the kiosk is like this. So you have like a self-serve kiosk, the touchscreen stuff, and then there's another one like to the side and in front of you. To the side and in front of you, like that. So this other lady was over here on the other kiosk, and she like turned around and looked at the man, because he was standing a little ways away from me, like he wasn't trying to be all on me while I was, you know, putting in his order and stuff. So he was standing a little bit back, and she was like, what you waiting on? You waiting on somebody to buy you some food? Rude, right out the gate. And I look over, I was like, yeah, he's with me, I'm buying him some food. And so she was like, oh, nah, you don't gotta get this man no food, blah, 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 blah. Like, immediately started crashing out because I'm trying to buy this man some food. And she was like, you don't gotta buy this man food, blah, 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 blah. You don't know if he lazy, blah, 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 whatever she was fucking saying. And I was like, I don't know this man. I don't know if this guy is lazy. Like, he's hungry. I just like doing something nice. I'm just trying to help somebody. I'm just trying to help feed somebody. Like, and she like had $2 bills. Like, literally, I think it was $2 bills. Mind you, I'm buying this man like a $20 meal. Like, I told him he could get whatever he want. He got a coffee, like a sandwich, like some sides and stuff. I'm getting him a nice full meal so he can have, you know, a full meal. Like, I can't afford to help this guy out with $20. Goddamn. She's trying to give this guy $2. And I was like, you know, like, I don't know this man. I'm just trying to help. But you can still give him your $2. She was like, hell no. Like, you're trying to discourage me. She was like, don't buy him nothing. Don't buy him nothing. Here, he can have he can have this change. I was like, well, I'm still going to buy him something, but you can also give him your $2. Hell no. What? You're trying to discourage me from helping this guy out, a fellow human being. God damn, like, people need help sometimes. Like, it gotta be embarrassing or just like, you know, not a good feeling to ask strangers to buy you food. Like, that can't be a good situation to be in. So it's already, you know, he said, this guy said he hadn't eaten for 2 or 3 days. I think he said for 2 days he didn't eat anything, right? And I didn't find this out until after the lady left, because then we started talking about it, because she just blew both of our minds. I couldn't believe the audacity to try to discourage me from helping this guy out, and then you still won't even give your stank $2. Yo, stank $2? You couldn't just give that $2 to this man, bro? And with the hell no, like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that shit. And so she left grumbling and stuff. I was just like, and we didn't really say anything. I didn't know what to say to this man, you know, like, so we didn't really say anything. And then once we were waiting for the food, then he started to talk. You know, I got to know his story a little bit. He told me he hadn't eaten for 2 days, and he trying to go find his brother, or like get on a train or something to see his brother in somewhere. I don't know where he was saying. He was like, I don't have money though. And he would send me some money, but I only have Cash App and he don't have Cash App. I was like, well, I have Cash App. How much do you need? So I sent him some Cash App so he could get his train ticket to go see his brother, so he can, I don't know, try to fix up his life. If that, you know, that's the move he's trying to make. He's trying to do something. So helping them out, gave him some cash out money. I just couldn't believe it, bro. Like, you don't know people. You don't know what people are going through. How could you have the audacity to try to discourage somebody from being helpful, from being kind to one another? It's just insane. Kindness is dead. And it's just so disgusting. It's disgusting, man. People are so greedy and selfish. Money comes back. Like, I got a full-time job and this guy has nothing. I can't sacrifice. You can't sacrifice your stank fucking $2, bitch. You can't sacrifice your $2 to just help somebody, which your $2 can't fucking buy nothing anyway, stank bitch. Like, what the fuck? Pissing me off. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you even talking about? You shouldn't even have said nothing to neither one of us. Stank ass bitch. Couldn't believe that shit, man. That pissed me off for the rest of the day. Okay, yeah. Basically, moral of the story is kindness is dead. Be kind to people. Be kind in your daily lives to people. Yeah, I don't know what I believe. Also, do not want to live forever. Yep, true. That's true. That I hate that people brought up metaverse because they're like, we're in a simulation. So now I'm like, is this actually purgatory? It's kind of funny though, because on TikTok, everybody be like, oh my God, we died in 2020 and this is hell. We all died in 2020 and this is hell. That's sad. Oh Lord. Shit, it'd be feeling like purgatory sometimes. All these tortured souls in the world. The world is just crazy, crazy nowadays. But we're all in this together. We're all in this together, y'all. Be nice to each other. Lord knows I would not want to be reincarnated and relive this hellhole called Earth again. Thank you, warriors. Me neither. It could... I was thinking we are already in hell and we gotta figure out a way to get out. Oh my God, no. But saying it, first of all, in the show, what I learned, there ain't no getting out of hell. Once you in hell, you ain't getting out, buddy. You better get it right the first freaking time. You better believe the first fucking time. Sorry, Lord. Sorry. I shouldn't be cussing. You gotta believe the first time. Get it right the first time. You ain't getting out of hell. So if this is hell, we're screwed. But saying it by mouth and truly believing it is the difference. And I feel most people just say it and not mean it. That is true. That's why in the church, it's a lot of scandals in the church. I'll just say that. At the biggest level and the smallest level. So there's a lot of scandals in the church because people don't actually believe that stuff. Because if you were really a God-fearing person, you wouldn't do the stuff that you do and call yourself a Christian. A godly man. I don't believe you could do that and still fear God. Or maybe you do believe and you just don't fear. I don't know. Whatever. Guess you ain't afraid of hell. Maybe it's levels and we on level Earth. Next is Mars. No, bro, no. I've said that as well. I truly believe that Earth is hell and we're trying to get out of it. I feel like if reincarnation exists, that's basically purgatory to me. Yeah. It could be a lot worse. That's why this feels more purgatorian to me. Might just be different priest mindset, but they're all basically the same thing. Yeah. Not that McDonald's sponsored. Not fucking sponsored. McDonald's, sponsor me. I eat your food all the time. Whatever. I don't know. Sponsor me, McDonald's. Ma'am, it has nothing to do with... Exactly. So selfish. Yes. People are weird. Yes. That lady needs Jesus. Yes. It really bothers me, the amount of homelessness in the world. And it's so sad in Chicago. The homeless population here in Chicago is like really bad. Yeah. That's why I don't like going downtown. Because they just be all laying in the streets and stuff. And it's just sad to see the amount of abandoned buildings and abandoned lots and homes and stuff that we have, especially on the south side, the black side of Chicago, because Chicago is pretty segregated like that. It's predominantly black in the south. The city don't care about the south side at all. They don't really care to fix our streets and fix our neighborhoods up and, you know, all that kind of stuff. They don't care about the South Side at all. And the amount of homes that could house people that's just abandoned and not being used is just disgusting. Like, the government really don't care about homeless people at all. It's sad. It's sad. They don't make it easy to get back on your feet. No support at all. No matter if it's maybe you're down on your luck, a tragedy happens, you're on drugs, and then you get clean, or like literally anything could make anybody homeless at any time. What if your house burned down, your whole house burned down, you in a whole new state, away from your family, you don't know nobody. You know, people's lives are so different. It's just crazy that the government don't help. And I know not everything's not all easy, especially in the government, but damn, you could at least make it look like you try and care. It just feels and looks like the government don't give a single fuck at all. Couldn't care less. And that's what's sick. That's what's sick about it. They making all this money, politicians and stuff, paying themselves all this money, while the common people, and more so the homeless people and the hungry people, get the short end of the stick and are suffering. It's amazing that's allowed. Oh, don't see that. Yeah, I was thinking that, lady, because I feel like too much bad stuff happens. Yeah. And getting worse. Yeah. It's sad. The world is thriving off of misery. Yes. So very sad. All started getting worse when we became adults. Like, we the new adults, bro. I feel like everything hit the shit. The shit hit the fan. Like you said, when we became adults, it just started going downhill, especially for the millennials. Because I'm technically a Gen Z. I hate that. But I'm technically a Gen Z. And yeah, like, we can't afford housing. Oh my God, that's just too much. I don't even want to get into it for real like that. But I just feel like it was so much easier back in the day. You could buy a 2-story house for a paperclip. Like, that's crazy. We gotta break our backs day in, day out, 40, 50 hours a week just to get by for a tiny little apartment. It's not fair. It's not fair at all, man. It's not fair. I wish it was easier. That's why I'm grinding. That's why I'm working so fucking hard every day, all day, because I don't want my kids to grow up wanting or needing anything. And because I do like giving gifts to people and, you know, being nice with to people and making memories and having fun and stuff, you know, I want to give my kids the life that I didn't have. So I'm working so fucking hard so that maybe I can try to have, you know, have a taste of that life, the life that I dream of, you know. But really, I'm doing it for my kids and my grandkids, because I feel like that's when the money gonna really flow. Like, I want to build that generational wealth, so I'm busting my ass to try to taste a little bit of it, but to set my kids and grandkids up right from the beginning, so they don't gotta grind. They can live happy and free, you know. I still want them to be hardworking and, you know, and earn, but I want them to have the best chance that they can. And, you know, I gotta say it because it's true, but it's so much harder because we're at a disadvantage because we're black. 400 years of slavery, however many years of Jim Crow and all them other laws that just constantly kept us down and behind, man. I just can only imagine where I might have been without all of that. You know, I probably wouldn't be here at all, but I can only imagine, like, what if after slavery, like, everybody just instantly was just like, I'm not racist anymore. We can live together in harmony. We'll help you. We'll give you your 40 acres and a mule like we were promised. What do you think would happen for the black community if we were given what we were promised, our 40 acres and a mule, so we can at least have a little bit of a leg up so we can try to do a little something. But no. I'm not even trying to have this rant right now, but I just gotta say this one last thing. And then not only did you not give us our 40 acres and a mule after keeping us in slavery and torturing us, I say us, because it's a spiritual thing for real. Not only that, but when black people started to thrive, you burned down their cities and made them start all over so they didn't have shit. Racism is insane to me, buddy. I just can only imagine where we could be as a community, as the black community, because we are so fucking broken. It's sad. It's so sad to see the gang violence and all this stuff. Like, we just cannot come together as a people. And it hurts. It hurts. And I can only wonder where we might have been if we had decent human respect. Yeah, prices keep going up. Prices keep going up, yep. It's not really the government, but more the big companies and the responsibilities that they would have, because Amazon could buy and employ people to take over a lot of building and house the homeless for maybe 6 to 8 months. They need to find a job and be able to manage a rent for about 3 months before they have to move out into the real world for the next group of homeless. Exactly. Put us in government. Put us in government, because the people in government right now are not honest people. How are you making so much money, mishandling funds and all this stuff? These politicians are disgusting, man. Whatever, man. Whatever. It's not whatever, but what can I do? I'm a small time streamer. I don't got no influence over nothing or nobody. I feel like not to a great extent where it's really gonna impact a lot of people. That's why I got respect for Mr. Beast. Even though he kind of fake sometimes, he's a little fake. He fakes some of his videos. I think he does actually do a lot of good in the world, and I respect that about him. It's funny because I joke with myself, man. I'm such an underfunded philanthropist. Like, if I had money, man, I want to do Kickstarters and stuff. I've participated in a couple Kickstarters, but I want to do Kickstarters for like video games and stuff to help people realize their dream and stuff, and maybe even do like scholarships or something, or like what do you call them, like grants and stuff. Like, I want to help people achieve their dreams. How amazing would it be, like, if people could live their dreams? People would be happier if they had a shot to go for the life they want to go for and not feel held back and stuff like that. You know, like, we all need a little help. I just want to be able to help people. Underfunded philanthropist. It's crazy. If more people were generous in the world, it wouldn't be so much misery. And that stuff, it's a feedback loop of misery. You know, people are angry, people are hurt, then they hurt others, and they hurt others. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. And if we could just break the cycle one person at a time, I feel like life would get better for everybody. That's not that. That's what? What number is that? I don't know. 23? I hate that too, because I don't want to be lumped with them weirdo kids. I'm done. But they either won't have rules and regulations, or that one bad apple will ruin a good thing for everyone. Yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah, always a bad apple, always. Generational wealth tends to make self people, though. They got to struggle on their own for a bit, but have a safety net. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm gonna spoil my kids. I want them to have a good foundation of, good work ethic, generous, humble, But I want them to be able to pursue their dreams without having to worry financially. What would you do if you didn't have to work? A job you didn't like, or a job you weren't passionate about? What's your passion? What would you do if you could earn a living doing your passion. And that's what I want. I want to live my passion. I want my kids to live their passion. Go to school without being in debt with student loan debt and stuff like that, you know? Have memories, go on trips, just do things, have fun, live life. Life is short, man. We shouldn't be living all of our life working. And I don't want to even go on that rant again either, but it always comes back to that because life is so much harder than it needs to be. I think it's raining outside. I feel that generational wealth tends to make selfish people though. Okay, I got you. I feel that too, Marissa. I can't spoil the kids, but still able to give them what they need and want when necessary. Yeah, my kid is gonna have a pay for minutes track phone in high school. In high school, damn you. You want them to be bullied. They gonna be clowning your kid, Marissa. I'm sorry. Kids are brutal. Kids are brutal. They're gonna be clowning your kid. They're gonna be like, no touch phone. Like, I wonder what kind of phones they'll have in the future. Because when the touchscreen came out, that was revolutionary. I wonder if they're gonna have like all like meta glasses and you just doing stuff like out in the air and shit. Kids are brutal though. If you don't got the latest shit, they be trying to clown on people. I just hope at least your kid is confident in themselves and don't let bullies get to them. I was bullied in elementary school, and you know, nobody likes to be bullied. You know, it's something you would have to endure, but like I didn't let them get me down when they tried to bully me. Sometimes I would even clap back, but they stayed trying me for some reason. I do not know why. Yeah, so I just hope that they will be confident in themselves and say, fuck off, bullies. You fucking idiot. Yeah. Actions over words. A lot of people say things you want to hear but never actually do anything to help. Politicians need to make the minimum wage of their constituents they represent and not freaking... Thank you. Thank you. Maybe then they'll raise the minimum wage. Maybe then. You try to live off of this minimum wage. You try it. And then say that it can stay at that level. People are not even making a livable wage. Life just makes me so angry because it does not have to be hard. People just make it hard. On God's green earth, why am I paying to live here? Why am I paying for life juice, water? Why do I have to pay for water and food? Like, it's a necessity for literal life. Like, I get it. It's like it's a service that people are providing, right? But I don't know. It just sucks, man. Like, who came up with that? Let's make people pay for this. Who came up with that? Who are we paying? Why? Why can't we just be happy? It's a fantasy. It's just a fantasy. It'll never happen. It won't happen. But why do we have to pay to live? Is it not our right to live? Shit, we ain't asked to be here. We were just brought into this world. And we just gotta suffer. Most of us, at least, gotta just suffer. When it don't gotta be like that. I truly believe it does not have to be like that. People need to gain and maintain their drive to be better. Unfortunately, most people try to help people who are selfish and don't try to get better. Yeah, that's the thing too. That's when I got my first phone in high school. Really? You got your first phone in high school? A track phone? I think I got my first phone in middle school. I ain't need it, but I had a little flip phone. I think a little pink flip phone. I was so excited. My little phone. Man, I could text on that thing. The 1, 2, 3 things with the 3 letters on each number. Man, I was flaming fingers. Like, I was... Yeah, I had to buy minutes on one of my phones. I don't remember which one, but I had to do the minutes thing too. I didn't get my first iPhone until college, though. Was it college? I think it was college. I was always using Windows or Nokia, maybe? Now I can't really remember. It's been so long. I got a Google phone now. This phone sucks. I hate this phone. They don't need cell phones in school. I think it's good to get in contact with your parents, but yeah, I definitely was talking. Yeah, as long as you monitoring, I feel like if you ain't gonna be monitoring what your kids are doing, like on their phones, who they're talking to on the internet and stuff like that, that's not good. You gotta be aware of who they talking to, what they're doing on the internet, especially nowadays. Now that people are privy to the internet and privy to exploitation and stuff like that, like you gotta be careful nowadays. Especially, it's rampant. It's rampant in the streets. Oh, and politicians shouldn't be able to have stocks, or if they do, they keep the same ones they have going into office until they leave. Freaking Nancy Pelosi and her insider stock trading act. Bro, I don't know too much about that, but I can see how that would be a problem. Politicians are so rich, and it just feel like they don't be doing enough. How you making all this money? You ain't doing enough for your job. You working for me, the people. You're working for the people. Like, get it together. Help us. Yeah. Okay. Got my first phone, track phone in middle. My mom didn't keep up with minutes, so I really don't have a phone. But actual phone when I was 18. Really? Wow. The politicians are basically in charge of how the stock market rises and falls. They can manipulate it to their advantage. That's so wrong. Really? That's how it is? Wow. Okay, let's get on to our other list, our other phobia. I was gonna start the next stream at 10 o'clock, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this in time in 15 minutes. But okay, let's see. What's the next fear? Fear of flowers? What kind of flowers? Just regular roses? You just scared of that? That's a little strange. That's a little strange. I never heard of that. Fear of people or society. That's very valid because people are freaking crazy. Very valid. I understand that 100%. Fear of being touched. Howie Mandel. And that also plays into his fear of germs, I guess. Yeah, because people dirty also. People are dirty, so shit, that's valid also. That's valid also. Fear of water. Sounds like rabies. Actually got pre-rabies. Fear of water. I feel like they're just being too general. Fear of water. Like, not like deep water, just water. Just fear of water. That's gotta be tough. Probably deep water, right? Probably deep water, right? Pools, oceans, lakes. That's valid, especially if you can't swim. Thalassophobia and all that stuff. Yep, they sign the bill, some stocks fall and people quickly sell their shares. They buy them up and sign something else in the... What? Imagine having a fear of water and then it rains. Exactly. Yeah. Fear of peanut butter. I'm not even reading the names of these. We're still in the A phobias. But fear of peanut butter? What's scary about peanut butter? like really want to know. I don't get that. What could be scary about peanut butter? Very curious. Why specifically peanut butter? Like, does it also extend to peanuts? Are you afraid of peanuts? Or what if it was like Nutella? Are you afraid of Nutella too? Or like marshmallow spread? Like, is it the consistency? Why specifically peanut butter? Maybe allergic to peanuts? True, but it said peanut butter specifically. That just sounds a little strange to me. Could be though. Could be. Next one is fear of outer space. No, wait, no. Oh, no. The next one is arachnophobia. Fear of spiders. We all know that one. Jean got arachnophobia. Oh, man. They love putting spiders in video games. For sure. They love that. I just might actually finish this. I might be a little late to the next stream, but for those of you that don't know, I'm gonna say it all again when I do my whole end of stream spiel. But yeah, I'm doing a stream right after this one also, and surprisingly, I don't feel that tired. I might go get myself some coffee, bring up some coffee before I finish, but yeah, feeling good. I don't feel that tired. I should try to take a nap though when I can. Come on, man. What number are you? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Next is fear of numbers. Okay, here's one off topic. But did you guys know that the name for the fear of long words, the name of it is literally the longest fucking word ever. Like, they did that shit on purpose, and that's fucked up. Like, imagine you have a fear of long words. You're trying to go get diagnosed because you just freak out anytime you see a long word, and the doctor is like, yeah, you have phobia. Huh? What? Y'all do that shit on purpose? Like, what? You get off on this? You think this shit is a joke? You think this shit is funny? That's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. Just a little tidbit. I hope they didn't lie to me. I hope that I didn't just spread misinformation, but that's what I heard. And I think that's what I saw too. I'm pretty sure I saw, like, you know, the actual word. Maybe I didn't fact check, but whatever. That's what I heard, at least. Okay. Damn, we're missing one. Oh, here it is. Yay, we did it. Okay, we got a 10 minutes, so we only got to one today, y'all. We only got to this one. Doing so much damn talking. Next one we're doing is this one. He's in his little room or whatever, playing video games, it looks like. That should be a fun one. Let me see. Let me read the rest of this chat, and then I'm gonna end the stream, y'all. I'm gonna chase them with a Reese's. That's crazy. Imagine, bro. That reminds me of that girl. She was on like Dr. Phil or like Maury or something. One of those daytime TV shows. And she had a fear of, what was it? A fear of like cotton balls or something. And he was like, bring out the cotton ball. She said, ah! Screamed bloody murder at a bowl of cotton balls. Bro, oh Lord, crazy. That's so crazy. A girl at my job is allergic to the sun. Not the same, but still pretty crazy. Allergic to the sun is crazy. Wow. Poor Jean, yes. If it's a big ass spider, yeah, but like small ones, yeah, I'm not pressed. Yeah, me too. Me too. And my basement isn't finished, so you know, like I avoid going. I only go down to the basement to wash my clothes because that's where we keep our washer and dryer and stuff. So it's like, bro, it'd be spiders just in the corner. Sometimes they just hanging down and like eye level. Like, I'd be so scared to go to my basement with these spiders. That's their home, man, and I let them have it. I don't like going to my basement at all. As much as I want you to keep going, you said you've been up for 24 plus hours. I've been up since 6 a.m. yesterday. So how long, do the math? I don't know. A nap is due. I'm cool. I'll nap after we play Poop Killer, because I think that's only going to be an extra like hour and a half maybe, because the first game was like 30 minutes. Like the first game was less than 30 minutes because my stream was like 30 something minutes. You know, I'm talking and stuff. I'm doing my intro, I'm doing my outro. The game was very short. This next one might be a little longer, but it's gonna go by quick. I'm gonna grab some coffee, I'm gonna play the game, and then I'll try to sleep. But when I'm feeling like this, it's hard for me to sleep unless I take melatonin. I'll take some melatonin for y'all, okay? I'll get some rest, I promise you, okay? I'll take some melatonin and I'll go to sleep. But that's that completionist and workaholic in me. Like, I just want to stay up and start editing stuff, but I need my rest. So yeah, I'm gonna rest after this, after the next stream, I promise you, okay? Oh, I love numbers. I'm a bit OCD that way. That's valid. That's valid. I can't say I particularly like numbers. They're numbers. They're cool to me, you know? I don't feel any type of way about that. That's interesting, though. It's legit like they keyboard smashed the alphabet, then added phobia. Literally, yes. I don't understand. Yes. So strange. Yes. It's so bogus. Okay, I'll let it slide. This time, I got you. I promise you. I promise you I'm being nicer to myself, and I'm allowing myself to eat and drink water and sleep and rest and have a little fun stuff here and there, okay? All right, so yeah, we got a little bit of time left. I might start the next stream in like 15 after maybe, but it's gonna be coming up real soon. So what do we have going for the rest of the week? Let's see, today is Sunday, right? Yeah, right after this, I'm gonna do a live redirect to the next one. So you guys could just go hang out in the lobby over there and chat some more if you want to. You know, I might just have you guys live redirect to it before I actually start that stream. We might sit in the lobby for 5 minutes or something. But right after this stream, Poop Killer 2. Tomorrow, Bits at Work, where we're still trying to get that $10 million. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't think I have anything going on. But Friday, Fortnite Friday, Save the World. Next Saturday, Don't Starve Together again. Hopefully with the entire 6-pack, but definitely with at least Poppy. And then next Sunday again, our next Poop Killer 3 stream. Poop Killer 3 next Sunday, all right? And I might even have more after that, but I'll tell you guys later. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'm gonna get through this next stream so I can get some rest. I hope to see you there, but if not, I'll see you later. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and donating in that order. If you have any game suggestions you want to see on this channel, please let me know down in the comments below, and all your feedback is always greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out, y'all.
Bye, have a great time.